Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. We are EONovate AI and today we are presenting our project, the EON Helpdesk system, now supercharged with a Microsoft Copilot chatbot. I would like to briefly introduce our team, led by Encik Rizal, Head of IT. My name is Akila, the team leader, and with me today, Ashraf, Project Manager, and KAIZEN, the programmer. And we have the expertise to run this project successfully. So let's start with project background. So we see the problem was very clear. We faced three main challenges. The first one, manual ticketing. Our support officers were overwhelmed by manual ticket creation. User issues and requests were managed through a manual ticketing process. Secondly, no central knowledge. Users lack a self-service platform for common issue in IT and HR department. And thirdly, system limitation. Our old Spiceword ticketing system was inflexible in terms of customization and raised potential cybersecurity and compliance issues. So, our solution is to modernize workflows and boost efficiency. We created a new centralized platform by doing two things. We centralized all SOP management and leverage our Microsoft tools by using Microsoft Copilot for an intelligent 24/7 chatbot and Microsoft Power Apps for a custom portal. So why this project was selected? This project was a clear winner. It demonstrated the highest strategy alignment with EON digital transformation, promised significant operational impact by improving response times and ensure long-term cost and efficiency by automating repetitive tasks. To conclude our project validation analysis, high delays and workloads were costing us productivity. This project directly aligned with EON Microsoft-driven strategy and our success belief to move fast, drive innovation, and delight customer. It was a mandatory move to improve efficiency, security, and employee experience. So this is our project timeline. Our plan spanned 8 months. We kick off in March and ran parallel development for the Power App portal and then continue with Copilot, followed by testing and training, and successfully went live in October. That concludes my portion of the presentation. Next, I will pass the floor to Ashraf.
All right, thank you. I will be expanding on our analysis on this project. So to begin, we conducted our analysis using a Ishikawa diagram or fishbone diagrams. We categorized for 6 categories, which is people, process, technologies, environment, resource, and infrastructures. Under the people, we found that users often asking the same questions, mainly because there was no accessible platform for user reference. Under the process, we found that there is a repetitive task that IT Helpdesk had to do. For example, IT Helpdesk had to recreate the ticket and manually assign to respective IT staff. This will slow down the entire process workflow. Under the technologies, users also unable to track the tickets, mainly because there was no accessible ticketing platform for users to track their tickets. Meanwhile, factors such as environment, resource, infrastructures, which is large employers, high support ticket volumes, and system down and slowness, further pressure the issue that led to a root cause, which is low user satisfaction, interactions, and unoptimized workflows. Not all problems contribute equally. Therefore, we identified the most probable cause and the most impacted factors, which is under people, process, and technologies. To verify these findings, mainly we use the source by walk-in, which staff that personally walk into the IT helpdesk and emails to asking the same questions. And also, we observe that the current ticketing system workflow is redundant and unoptimized. Okay, and also the ticketing system currently is only accessible by the internal IT staff only. So there is no transparency. User could not track their own tickets. Okay. To tackle the issues that I mentioned, we propose a chatbot that is available 24/7, that instantly response times to answers inquiries from users, and also able to handle multiple user inquiries at the same time. For the process factors, we streamline the ticketing process between the users and IT teams using our helpdesk portals, using a Power Apps that is customizable features that specify to our support workflows. Okay. For technology factors, both Chatbot and IT helpdesk were able to further improve the transparency, enhance the user experience, because now the ticket will directly go to ITs. So this will streamline the entire process. Of course, we acknowledge some of the cons here, such as initial setup costs and training required, but this will have investment for the efficiency gains in the future. Okay. Okay, next is the key activities for this project. So this project is developed using a structured cycle, which we call system development life cycle. So I will explain it in a simple way. We divide it into 4 phases: planning, development, testing, and deployment. So in the planning phases, mainly we discuss and we identify the problems and generating ideas what can we improve from the current workflows. And then we prepare all the documents necessary, such as the requirements, the current system, the process workflows, and so on. And then we start development. We start to design the systems with the chatbot using the Copilot Studio and Power Apps. And next is the testing phase, and also a training that we conducted to further test the system to ensure the functionality. Okay, so this testing is been done into our internal IT and also the end users. Okay, and the last one is the deployment. This is where we officially launch the systems, and now we are collecting the feedbacks to further improve the systems. Okay,
first take a look at what we actually did for our project. Okay, let's take a look at the improvement of our Helpdesk portal. Before this is what we are using, the Spiceworks portal. Okay, as you can see here, there is an advertisement. So just imagine you are an employee trying to log a ticket about a critical system failure. And the first thing you saw is not a clean support dashboard, but instead a portal with a third-party advertisement. And sometimes we have faced instances where inappropriate advertisements, such as gambling-related advertisement, were displayed to our staff, which is very inappropriate. Okay, so what we did is actually we invest some time to do our modern Helpdesk portal. As you can see, it's night and day differences. Now we have a dashboard to track our tickets and everything. Okay, next we will take a look at the AI portal chatbot. Okay. Okay, just first you need to access this. You need to access to our Microsoft Teams, and then just as you use any AI chatbot, you just initiate the conversation using hi, and then you can navigate. First scenario we will create is that we want an OT form. So we will just write OT claim, as simple as that, and then the chatbot will provide all the SOP, the step by step on how you can claim. And then at the bottom you will attach also the latest, the OT form that user can find. It is also aligned with the HR SOP document. Okay, if you are not satisfied with the action, you can select contact us, and then it will ask you who do you want to contact. So in our case, we want to contact our payroll team. So it will give all the names, the contact email to the payroll team. Okay, that's enough for the HR parts. Now we want to troubleshoot basic IT issues. Okay, we can ask we can choose issue troubleshoot, and then we can ask question. For example, this thing is no internet. And not only that, you can also ask in Malay. For example, you can ask PC saya slow. So what you can do, the chatbot will give you step by steps on what to do, restart your laptop and whatsoever. And if that thing is not settled, you can create the ticket, the draft to the next to support it and for the next Helpdesk portal. Okay, next let's take a look at the results of our action. What we have actually done. So let's take a look at the first 2 points, which is the user experience and the operations. So before this, user need to sometimes they email our Helpdesk officer. I call it as HDO. Sometimes they email, sometimes WhatsApp. So it is very unofficial. And we also have Spiceworks. We also have data mart for any issues that need approval line. So now user can create their own ticket here, and they can monitor their own ticket. How many tickets have been solved? How many tickets are still in work in progress? And how many tickets are still in the process of new? And next is in terms of scalability. So both of our product is very scalable. For the first one is Helpdesk portal. So right now, Helpdesk portal does not support scalability yet. But in the future, it will support. We have already laid the groundwork to add approval line. And also our AI chatbot, before this, it is not scalable. Before this, we does not have any AI chatbot. But after this, we can add every department into our chatbot, so that in future it can be buddy to our new staff, or even veteran staff can get all the latest form through the chatbot. Next is in terms of response time. Okay, so before this we need to depend on the HDO time before they can create our ticket. But after this, it is instant for any basic issues with ability 24/7. For example, any staff that have IT issues at night, so they want to ask, they can ask the chatbot. And also it can serve multiple person at the same time. Unlike HDO, can only serve one person at a time. And next is the document repository. So before this, we have human capital SharePoint, we have IT SharePoint, we have brightness financial SharePoint. But after this, we already cater for finance and IT, HR and IT. But after this, we can include any other department. And lastly, but the most important thing is in terms of security, which is before has been flagged by our internal audit, which Spiceworks hosts is our own private database, but we currently use Microsoft tools, which has enterprise security and compliance with international standards. So what are the results of our survey? Just how we measure our successfulness of this project. So we have got 4.33 out of 5 star for in terms of user friendly, 4.44 in terms of for the easiness to track and monitor our tickets, and lastly, with the highest rating is 4.67 for the user experience. So this shows that this actually increase the user experience for using our product. Okay, so in terms of safety value addition, at EON, when we mention about safety, it is usually about physical safety. But as we're moving into a digital era, we need to cater for digital safety. So for the first one is digital safety, we have established a safeguard for our internal information assets. Okay, second is we able to create a psychological safety. So before this user create their ticket, they do not know what is the current status of their ticket. Is the IT helpdesk receive the ticket? Is it acknowledging them? What is the current process? But now, they able to create the ticket so that they will have a peace of mind. And lastly, in terms of operational safety, which has we able to minimize the risk of system down and also slowness. Okay, lastly, in terms of saving quantification. For saving quantification, our project is not so much about saving money, but it is focused more on the saving, increase user experience and also increasing the security of our product. But if we were to make a scenario where one IT helpdesk and also one HR assistant with an average basic salary of 3,000 per month, we get 70 ringgit per hour. We will be able to estimate that before this they need 3 hours per day to solve and serve users, and after this they only need 1 hour per day. So we can save around 88 hours per month. We calculate it around 33% reduction, so roughly around 18,000 per year. Okay, so lastly, in terms of soft saving, we can, as I mentioned before, we are able to increase the productivity to focus more on high value tasks and service continuity and all that. Okay, so by that, I conclude our project for today. So I'm happy to take any question from the judges.
Now I'd like to invite a panel of judges if you have any questions.
Assalamualaikum, selamat pagi tim EONovate. Saya ada satu soalan berkenaan dengan Ishikawa tadi. Dia ada mention environment tu large employers yang di bawah.
Yes.
Boleh explain sikit?
Okay, the root cause here is mentioned low user satisfaction, interaction, and customer workflow. So environment in large employer mainly will lead to large ticket volume yang IT helpdesk kena support lah. So we aim to improve the workflow. Okay, so kita able to support even large employers across all branch.
Employees. Salah tu. Soalan mesti simple je. Kan? Ejaan salah ke? Memang
Salah.
Nah, okey.
Assalamualaikum. Congratulations again, be one of the finalists. In relation to Dr. soalan tadi, currently your system ni covering just EON HQ ke ataupun the entire EON group? Entire EON group.
Yep.
Okay, when it comes to entire EON group, then it relates to HR matters and IT related issues, right?
Yes, correct.
Normally when it comes to Chatbot, one of the issues is the escalation to human intervention. What would be your intervention protocol is all about when it comes to, because when it comes to Chatbot, the answer sometimes going to be quite generic and may not be up to the satisfaction of the manual tu lah. Mungkin sometimes orang yang menanya soalan ni pun don't really understand what they want to ask. So the chatbot ataupun the system tu really to understand what the user is trying to ask lah. So what is your escalation protocol to transfer the queries to the human so that we can have a proper resolution for that?
Okay, actually kalau kita notice dari dekat chatbot tu kita ada satu section which is contact support kan. So mainly bila you ask some questions, dia akan respond dan dia akan tanya balik, okay, is this answer your questions? And if not, dia akan bagi respective contact to apa yang anda tanya lah. Kalau payroll, dia akan terus bagi contact pada payroll, email, nombor telefon. And kalau still tak okay juga, dia akan tanya untuk do you want to create a ticket, dan the ticket akan pergi kepada IT Helpdesk untuk kita bantu.
So the chatbot also can issue the ticket.
Yes, yes.
This is so-called complaint ticket lah, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Alright. Good. Thank you.